IVM.
$100. That's all it takes to begin your journey with Bitcoin and Ethereum. No, really. With CoinSwitch, you can start investing in over 100 cryptocurrencies with just 100 rupees. On top of that, there are zero charges for deposits and withdrawals, so you can trade, buy, sell, however and whenever you want. All of this, plus their extremely intuitive interface, makes CoinSwitch the perfect app for beginners in the crypto space. But don't take my word for it. Just download CoinSwitch for free and try it out for yourself. If you'd like more information on cryptocurrencies, tune into A Show About Crypto with me, Rohan Joshi, my new adventure on IVM Podcasts. CoinSwitch, kuch to badlega.
Any of you remember the Oneida ad from the 80s and 90s? The one that said, neighbors envy, owners pride? So, well, all of y'all who are so busy being champions of comparisons, constantly comparing yourself, if you thought this was a special skill or talent that only your generation has, well, think again. The real champs of comparing were possibly our parents. Comparing your life to your neighbor's life, well, that's just old school middle class tradition. You aren't doing anything new when you are comparing yourself on Instagram. I mean, once upon a time, we compared ourselves and our lives to what was happening in our neighbors' homes. And now we are doing it on social media. So, what's the big deal? Hi, I'm Chetna, and you're tuned into another episode of Say No to Drama. Well, today we're talking about all the drama that you create when you compare yourself to others. So here's my question to you before I dive into why you should not compare yourself or how you should actually be comparing yourself. What's the point of it all? I mean, what are you trying to achieve? Is it your way of torturing yourself? Are you trying to pull yourself down because, the world outside is not unkind enough? You could do with a little more unkindness as well, right? Why not? Since everybody pulls you down, since nobody supports you, you might as well do the same to yourself, right? Well, that's called fitting in, isn't it? For those of you who are looking at other people's lives, looking at people who you call lucky and oh, look what they are doing and oh, look how wonderful their life is, and pulling yourselves down, ask yourself, what is the point? What am I trying to achieve by indulging in these conversations? Because the answer to that question is the real problem that you need to solve. That's the real mindset and habit that you need to change. Let me also burst the bubble on a couple of things that we assume when we compare ourselves to others. Assumption number 1, oh, they're so lucky. Everything comes so easily for them. How do you know that? Are you living with that person? That you know everything comes easy for them? And okay, for a second, let me give it to you, saying, yes, it came easy for them. Well, that's their fortune. That soul chose to be born in that life. He or she chose that path. Maybe you need to meditate, and when you go inwards, tell your soul, why didn't you choose that? Maybe you want to sit and do that. But in reality, the person that you are calling lucky, what they're doing in their life, what they're enjoying in their life, may not really be the result of luck. It may actually be the result of using their privilege appropriately, leveraging upon it, and then willingly doing the work that is needed to be done. So before you call somebody lucky, think again. You don't know what their journey has been. And what looks cushy and beautiful on the outside, you have no clue what's happening on the inside. And sure, it may not be half as bad as what you are going through. Fair enough. But please do not dilute somebody else's hard work down to luck. Do not dilute somebody else's efforts, their beliefs, their willingness down to luck. Just because you aren't willing to put in what your dreams require of you. Let me burst another bubble. When you look at all those beautiful pictures on social media and you say, oh, look at that. I also want to be there. What a beautiful life. And I'm living such a shit life. Look at what I'm doing. My job sucks. I have no love life. I have no friends. Oh my God. Yeah, you go into this whole self-pity, victim zone, tantrum kind of behavior. Why don't you ask yourself this before you go into this zone? That picture that you saw, that moment that that person is living in that picture, do you even want to live it? Is it even something that matters to you? Is that moment ever going to be a part of the goals that you have chosen? Does that moment fit into the life story that you are writing for yourself? When I see people skiing, somebody puts up a picture of them having gone skiing in Kashmir. I have a choice on how I react to it or how I feel about that picture. One, I can feel nothing because maybe I don't like skiing or I don't want to go skiing, and maybe Kashmir is not a place I want to go to, or I've been to Kashmir. That's one option. Option two is for me to look at that and say, wow, that place looks beautiful. Maybe I should put that place on my list, and I will definitely go there someday. But skiing is not my cup of tea, and it's definitely not something that I even want to try. I mean, maybe when I'm up there, I'll figure it out, right? Option number three is what most of us do, is when we look at it and say, oh, look at this. It's such a beautiful place. How nice that they can just take off like that. They're so lucky that they have the money and the time. They're their own boss. I mean, skiing is not something on my list of interests. It's not on my bucket list. While I would love to see Kashmir, I'm more of a beach and sun and sand person. I don't do well in the mountains and I don't like the cold at all. And I'm just sitting there looking at that photograph and saying, why should I waste my time and energy comparing myself or my life to what somebody else is doing when I'm not even sure I want to live that moment? And why am I not capable of just being happy for somebody and living vicariously through them instead of constantly comparing myself and pulling myself down? Every photograph that you see out there, everything that is shared on social media is not reason for you to compare yourself. And yes, you may want certain desires and somebody in your life may be living those desires. But please understand that intellectually, emotionally, spiritually, physically, that person is doing what it takes. And if you aren't able to live that life, if that is not happening for you, you need to ask yourself, what is it that I should be doing to make it happen for me? Physically, intellectually, emotionally, and spiritually. What is it that I should be doing to make it happen for me? I'll also give you another pro tip. There is a way in which you should be comparing yourself. If you see somebody living a life experience that you would want to live, if you see somebody experiencing or achieving something in their life that you also want, if you see somebody sharing a memory that you would also like to create, the question to answer is, what are they doing that I need to start doing? How is it that that person is making it happen? What can I learn from them? If you are going to compare, why don't you do it constructively so that you can move forward towards that desire instead of pulling yourself down? I'm hoping that after you listen to this episode, you will have the presence of mind to cut through your drama and to stop yourself when that voice of comparison starts to whisper in your ear. All the other episodes of Say No to Drama, and there have been about 5 if I'm not mistaken so far, are available on the IVM Podcast app and website. So go back and listen to them. I'm sure that these episodes will help you slice through the drama that causes you to spiral down. And if you would like to connect with us, we're on Instagram and Twitter. Our handle is IVM Podcast. And if you would like to talk to me about how not to compare yourself to anyone else, well, my handle is Positivity Angel. You can DM me on Instagram.
Hey, it's been another great week on the IVM Podcast Network. On a bonus episode of Storytellers and Storytellers, Vineet is joined by Tanish Bakshi, who shares about making music for the film Sher Shah. We have a new show, The Last Brand Standing. Anupam Gupta and Ambi Parmeshwar get together and discuss some of the biggest and most public feuds in Indian brand history. Do check that out. What do brains and saturated fat have in common? Find out with Ashton on The Habit Coach. On Simplified, Chuck, Tony, Shriketh, and Naren discuss why the Chinese government killed its tech sector. On the Filter Coffee podcast, Karthik and filmmaker John Lefkowitz talk about the genius of acclaimed filmmaker Walter Murch. And on Echoes of India, find out how Anirudh talked to Gautam Buddha himself. Do follow us on social media. We're IVM Podcast on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. And remember, if you're enjoying this show or any other show for that matter, please do tell a friend. And finally, we'd like to thank our sponsors on the network this week, CIET, Cred, Bank of Baroda, Quater, CoinSwitch, Kuber, and Intuit India. Thank you so much for making this possible. Hi everybody, just wanted to ask everyone for a quick favor. We're running a brand survey right now and would really appreciate it if you could let us know what you think about the advertising on IVM. Go to ivmpodcast.com/survey and do let us know. As part of this, we'll be selecting 10 random participants and sending them some IVM swag, so do fill out those surveys.